Hi guys, welcome to this question clinic video. In this video, we have a paragraph summary question. You need to identify the correct summary. Pause this video for a couple of minutes, solve this question, and then go through its solution. So, right, I think you guys would have solved this question by now. Let's get started with the solution. We'll first analyze the paragraph here. Apathy deadens the body and the mind. What does apathy mean here? We'll take this time for a small vocabulary lesson related to word roots. Apathy comes from a combination of word roots A plus pathos. Pathos is feeling or emotion. A stands for not. So when you don't feel any emotion, you don't feel any meaning, any feeling, that is apathy, a state of apathy. Now, if you have feelings against someone, that becomes antipathy, right? Anti stands for against and pathy again stands for feelings. So feelings or emotions against someone. When you feel pity for someone, right? You feel compassion for someone, that becomes sympathy. And sympathy going one step further, when you place yourself in the situation of others, you place yourself in the boots of others, try to feel what is it that they are going through, the emotions that they are going through, that is empathy. So these are four sets of four words that are related to the root pathos: sympathy, empathy, antipathy, apathy. You can remember these together. So we learn these four words from this context. Let's get back to the question. Apathy deadens the body and the mind. Obviously, it would. You are feeling no emotion at all. The body becomes too heavy to move, the mind too dim to register what is happening around it. So it has an impact both on the body as well as the mind. Even a grave situation, suffering, exploitation, wrongdoing fails to produce a reaction. Remember, you are going through a state of apathy. You are not feeling any emotion. So everything bad which is happening, you don't react to it. This is not hardness of the heart. The capacity to respond has simply gone dormant. So it's not something that you are doing consciously, right? It's not because your heart is hardened, but you just simply don't have the capacity to react. Because apathy creates no noise, it escapes attention. So since it creates no noise, it's silent, right? It escapes attention. The angry person is noticed. The apathetic one is not. Yet it is apathy, not anger, that allows injustice to persist. For it is the quiet non-participation of many, not the outrage of a few, that keeps wrongdoing in place. Now, this is a very interesting fundamental truth of life, right? If you don't react to situations where serious harm is being done, there is serious exploitation, there is wrongdoing, suffering. Just imagine these circumstances. Say a tribal area is being exploited for its minerals, and people are apathetic to it. They don't have any reaction to it, or if there is corruption, or there is widespread wrongdoing in a certain department, or whatever is happening in a certain part of life, right? For example, even might be an international issue, supposing the attack on Gaza by Israel, or any such situation where lives are being lost. If you remain apathetic to it, it's your silence, the non-participation of many, not the outrage of a few. Few people will get angry, they will shout at the top of their voices, but the wrongdoing will be kept in place by the silence of the others. So that is what this paragraph is stating. We've got four options now. We'll try to eliminate these. We'll go in an order where we eliminate the most obvious ones, and then we start eliminating then we'll get down to the options which are very close to each other. Option number B, apathy is, unlike anger, goes unnoticed because people choose to stay quiet rather than react. The problem in this option is choose to stay. That means they are making the choice. Remember, it is not hardness of the heart. The capacity to respond has gone dormant. So they are not choosing. It's just the fact that they can no longer react. Their hearts have deadened. It is not a choice that they are making consciously. So option B gets ruled out for this reason. People are not actively choosing, right? Next option that we have for elimination, option number D. Apathy is more dangerous than anger because it is invisible and widespread. While the angry person draws attention, the apathetic majority goes unnoticed, and it is their silence that sustains exploitation and injustice. Now, this option is very close to being correct, right? This option is very close to being correct, but it has one simple issue in it. It just focuses on the second part of the paragraph, right? It completely skips the first part of what apathy is. There is no description of apathy. This just compares apathy and anger. So this becomes partially correct, right? Does not give us the complete summary of the paragraph, gets ruled out, leaves us with A and C. A says apathy numbs a person physically and mentally, making them unable to notice or react to serious situations. Because it is silent, it goes unrecognized, making it a more harmful condition than openly expressed emotions like anger. So this is very close to our paragraph, right? It has the first part, makes a person numb mentally, physically, makes them unable to notice, react. It is silent, it goes unrecognized. So all of this is escapes attention. It is right till here, making it a more harmful condition than openly expressed emotions like anger. So the last part is the only part which we leave in consideration here. The first portion of the option is pretty much correct. It goes by everything what has been said. Let's compare it to C now. See, this is a question where you have to compare the answer choices to arrive at the correct answer. Apathy dulls the body and the mind that even serious wrongs produce no reaction, not out of cruelty, but because the capacity to respond lies dormant. You can compare it to option D now. This covers the first part. Option D had this part missing, right? So it covers the first part perfectly well, like option number A. Because being noiseless, it goes undetected. Yet it is this widespread passivity that allows injustice to endure. Now the one major difference between option number A and option number C is option A says making it a more harmful condition than openly expressed emotions like anger. Option B says, yet it is widespread passivity that allows injustice to endure. What is the passage saying? There is a difference in these two parts, right? This is comparing it with just anger, not saying anything else. This is saying that because it's passive, the widespread passivity, right, which is equivalent to non-participation of many. Widespread means it's spread over a vast area, that is a vast number of people. In this case, passivity is them not reacting, that allows injustice to endure. Now, what was allowing injustice to persist? Endure gets replaced, persist gets replaced by endure. So injustice is endured by the widespread passivity of many. This sentiment is missing in option number A, right? It just compares and leaves it there, but this gives you the actual complete meaning. What is it that is causing injustice to persist? The widespread participation of many. That's the significant point in this case. So A also gets ruled out. Option number C is the correct answer. This was a really difficult and close question where if you don't read so closely, you'll end up in trouble. You'll not be able to identify the answers. So in this question, we were able to learn 4 words. We were able to solve one quality question, right? I'll write it down as QQ. You were able to solve one quality question and learn some important concepts. This is how you build your knowledge one question at a time. This is how you analyze answer choices. In this case, remember, we've not applied any skimming, any scanning, any reduction of the text. We've not done any of that. We've gone by the meaning of the text, right? We've analyzed the meaning. We've had to analyze the meaning of the paragraph and each of the answer choices to arrive at the answer. Majority of the CAT questions, this is what you'll be required to do. You have to understand the context, right? Hence, paragraph summary questions also become a game of comprehension. Remember, what is the skill that we've used? The ability to comprehend the paragraph as well as the option. That's the skill that has been used in this particular case. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something valuable. You can check out our ultimate VARC course. It's available at a fantastic offer price right now. Trust me, we will solve more such questions, a lot of such questions in our live classes. We'll cover a lot of such things in our live classes. So it's a great value addition for you in terms of your preparation. Thank you very much for watching this video and happy learning.